There's a painful truth that many people ignore. Poverty is not just about money, it's about mindset. You can give a poor man $1,000,000 and within a year he might lose it all. But give a rich mindset to someone with nothing and watch them create an empire. Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, once said, "Your habits determine your future." And he was right. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck isn't intelligence, talent, or even luck. It's the daily habits they choose to live by. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. People spend hours scrolling on their phones, watching others live their dreams while their own dreams slowly fade into the background. The truth is harsh. Most people stay poor not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack discipline. They repeat the same small mistakes every day, thinking they don't matter, but over time, these habits quietly destroy their potential. Jack Ma's journey wasn't built on luck, it was built on resilience, focus, and change. He was rejected from jobs, failed countless times, and yet he transformed his failures into lessons. He understood that every action, no matter how small, creates your tomorrow. The habits you choose today are shaping your destiny right now. So if you want to stop being stuck where you are, if you want to stop struggling financially, it's time to look deep within and confront the habits holding you back. In this speech, we'll uncover the 3 deadly habits that keep people poor forever. The ones that silently kill success, ambition, and growth. Listen carefully, because understanding them could be the turning point between a life of struggle and a life of abundance. Depending on luck instead of discipline is one of the most dangerous habits that keeps people poor forever. Many people sit around waiting for their big break, believing that one day something miraculous will happen. A winning lottery ticket, the perfect job offer, or a sudden opportunity that will change everything. But life doesn't work that way. Success doesn't fall from the sky. It's built through consistent effort, small sacrifices, and daily discipline. Jack Ma often says, "Don't wait for opportunities, create them." Those who rely on luck waste their time hoping, while disciplined people are out there working, learning, and growing. Luck may open a door once, but discipline builds the entire house. When you depend on luck, you live passively, waiting for something outside your control to decide your future. But when you practice discipline, you take control of your destiny. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when your body wants to sleep, studying when your friends are relaxing, and saving money when others are spending. These small daily decisions, repeated over time, separate those who move forward from those who stay stuck. Jack Ma's own journey is proof. He didn't wait for luck. He created opportunities through hard work, consistency, and vision. He failed exams, was rejected by countless employers, and even laughed at by investors, yet he never relied on luck to rescue him. His discipline and persistence made him one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. The truth is, luck may give you a moment, but discipline gives you a lifetime. Those who chase luck may get short-term gains, but they lose long-term success. Luck can make you rich for a day. Discipline makes you wealthy for generations. Every day you have a choice, to wait for something to happen or to make something happen. Stop praying for a lucky break and start building your skills, habits, and discipline. Because once you become consistent, life itself starts rewarding you with the kind of luck that only hard work can create. Living beyond your means is another habit that silently keeps people poor forever. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how wisely you manage what you have. Jack Ma once said, "If you can't manage your money when you're poor, you'll waste it when you're rich." Many people fall into the trap of spending to impress others, buying things they don't need, and living a lifestyle that doesn't match their income. They use credit cards for temporary happiness, but end up paying the price for years. This constant cycle of overspending leads to debt, stress, and financial dependency. When you live beyond your means, you sacrifice your future for your present desires. You trade long-term stability for short-term pleasure. The problem is not earning less. The problem is spending more than you earn. True wealth begins with self-control, the ability to say no to unnecessary spending and yes to saving and investing. The richest people in the world didn't start with millions. They started by managing the little they had wisely. Jack Ma himself lived humbly even when he started Alibaba. He focused on growth, reinvestment, and building a foundation rather than showing off his success. Living within your means doesn't mean you have to live poorly. It means living smartly. It's about making your money work for you instead of working your whole life for money. When you spend wisely, save consistently, and invest thoughtfully, you begin to create financial freedom. The poor chase appearances, the rich chase assets. The poor buy things to look successful. The rich buy things that make them successful. Jack Ma's message is clear. Don't let lifestyle control your life. Let discipline control your lifestyle. If you want to escape poverty, start respecting your income and your effort. Every dollar you save is a soldier that fights for your financial independence. The habit of living below your means today is what builds a wealthy tomorrow. Depending on one source of income is the third habit that keeps people poor forever. Jack Ma often said that the most dangerous number in business is 1. If you have only one source of income, one job, or one way of earning money, then you're just one crisis away from financial disaster. The modern world is unpredictable. Companies downsize, economies crash, technologies change, and opportunities shift. Those who rely on a single paycheck live with the illusion of stability, but in reality they are walking on thin ice. People who remain poor often believe that a stable job equals a stable life. But Jack Ma's story proves the opposite. He was rejected from dozens of jobs, including KFC, before building Alibaba. He learned that real security comes not from a salary, but from skill, creativity, and diversification. Rich people build multiple streams of income: businesses, investments, digital ventures, or real estate, while poor people rely only on what they earn from one employer. The moment that income stops, everything collapses. In today's world, having only one income is like standing on one leg. You can balance for a while, but not forever. The key to lasting success is creating backup plans, exploring new skills, and turning your time into opportunities. Start small: freelance work, online business, teaching, investing, or creating digital content. Don't wait until you're in crisis to realize you needed more than one income source. Jack Ma always emphasized learning continuously and adapting to change. If you can identify trends early and act smartly, you'll never have to depend on one paycheck again. The poor mindset says, I have a job, I'm safe. The rich mindset says, I have skills, I'm free. One gives you comfort, the other gives you power. You must decide which one to choose. Build something that earns for you even while you sleep. That's how you escape the trap of dependency and move toward real financial freedom. Blaming others for your failures is the fourth habit that keeps people poor forever. Jack Ma once said, stop complaining. Look for opportunities in every problem. This one statement defines the difference between those who stay stuck and those who rise above. When you blame others, your boss, your government, your parents, your luck, you hand over your power. You convince yourself that life is happening to you instead of for you. And when that happens, you stop taking responsibility. And the journey to success ends right there. People who remain poor often live in a mindset of excuses. They say, if I had money, I'd start a business. Or if I lived in another country, I'd be successful. But Jack Ma proved that success has nothing to do with conditions and everything to do with decisions. He started Alibaba in a small apartment with no connections, no wealth, and no support from investors. He was rejected multiple times, but never blamed anyone for his failures. Instead, he asked himself what he could learn, what he could improve, and how he could grow stronger. That mindset turned him from a man who was once a teacher earning $12 a month into one of the richest entrepreneurs in the world. Blaming others feels easy. It removes the weight of responsibility, but it also removes your power to change. The truth is, every successful person you admire once stood where you are. They faced pain, rejection, and struggle. But instead of saying life is unfair, they said, I will find a way. The moment you stop blaming and start owning your reality, everything shifts. You start seeing problems as opportunities and challenges as lessons. Jack Ma always believed that winners see the world differently. While average people focus on what's wrong, successful people focus on what can be done. If you can stop blaming others and start focusing on your own growth, discipline, and effort, you'll begin to unlock doors that once seemed impossible to open. Your future doesn't depend on what others did to you. It depends on how you respond. The poor mindset waits for life to change. The rich mindset creates change. Living without clear goals is the fifth habit that keeps people poor forever. Jack Ma once said, you need the right people with you, not the best people. But even before that, you need a clear direction, a vision that drives every step you take. The sad reality is that most people wake up, go to work, come home, and repeat the same cycle every day without knowing why they're doing it. They're busy surviving but not really living. Without a goal, every day feels the same, and slowly life passes by while dreams remain just dreams. People who stay poor often drift through life without setting any targets. They believe things will just work out someday, but nothing changes on its own. Success requires clarity. Jack Ma didn't stumble into success by accident. He envisioned it long before it became real. He dreamed of using technology to connect small businesses to the global market, and even when no one believed in his vision, he kept moving forward. That clarity guided him through rejection, failure, and doubt. When you don't have a goal, you follow the world's direction, not your own. You chase trends, imitate others, and end up lost because you never had a destination in the first place. It's like sailing a ship without a compass. You may feel movement, but you're not really going anywhere. Rich people think years ahead. Poor people think only of today. Rich people set clear goals and work consistently toward them. Poor people live day by day, hoping luck will change their fate. Setting a goal gives meaning to your actions. It tells you what to say yes to and what to walk away from. It fuels discipline, focus, and consistency. Jack Ma often said, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure, but you can only stay committed if you have something worth fighting for. So ask yourself, what do you truly want? What kind of life do you want to build? Once you know your answer, write it down, plan it out, and start working for it every single day. The difference between a poor life and a successful one begins with that simple decision to stop wandering and start walking with purpose. Being afraid to take risks is the sixth and final habit that keeps people poor forever. Jack Ma once said, in the very important things of life, we have to be brave. Because if you don't take risks, you will never have a future. This truth separates the dreamers from the doers. Many people remain poor not because they lack ideas or talent, but because they're paralyzed by fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of losing what little they already have. But what they don't realize is that playing safe is the most dangerous game of all. Life rewards those who dare to step outside their comfort zone. Every successful person you admire took risks that scared them. Jack Ma took huge risks when he left his teaching job to build Alibaba. He faced rejections from investors, mockery from others, and even moments of complete uncertainty, but he still moved forward. Why? Because he understood that security without growth is just slow failure. Those who stay poor often wait for the perfect time, but that time never comes. The longer you wait, the more opportunities pass you by. Fear disguises itself as logic. It tells you to be realistic, to stay safe, to wait until things are stable. But the truth is, stability is an illusion. The world changes every day, and those who don't adapt get left behind. Jack Ma believed that the biggest risk is not taking any risk at all. When you take smart, calculated risks, when you dare to start that side business, learn that new skill, or take that bold step, you build courage. And courage attracts growth, wealth, and freedom. Fear will always be there. It never disappears. The key is to move with it, not against it. Every risk you take either teaches you a lesson or brings you closer to success. Both outcomes are valuable. Poor people see risk as danger. Successful people see it as opportunity. One mindset avoids, the other evolves. So if you truly want to escape poverty, financial, emotional, or mental, you must stop letting fear dictate your future. Take the leap. Trust yourself. Because every great story of success begins with one brave decision. In the end, your life is nothing more than the reflection of your daily choices. Jack Ma's wisdom reminds us that poverty is not just a financial condition. It's a pattern of thinking, a set of habits repeated day after day. The people who stay poor forever are not cursed by fate. They are trapped by their own routines. Procrastination, fear, blame, and inaction. But the beautiful truth is that you have the power to change all of it. You can reprogram your habits, reshape your mindset, and redirect your destiny. Success doesn't demand perfection. It demands progress. Even one small change made today can lead to massive transformation tomorrow. Stop comparing, stop waiting, and stop blaming. Instead, focus on learning, growing, and doing. Jack Ma built his empire not because he was lucky, but because he refused to give up. He kept moving when others quit. He kept believing when no one else did. That's what separates success from failure, the courage to keep going when everything seems uncertain. So as you finish listening to this message, remember this. Your habits today are building your tomorrow. If you want a better future, start acting like the person who already has it. Be disciplined, be brave, and most importantly, take responsibility for your life. Thank you for watching this powerful message on Tony Motivation Hub. If this speech touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And always remember, change begins with you, right here, right now.